And politicians listen to
Objection, Your Honor.
bankers. Bankers are major
Objection, Your
funders of
Honor.
the politicians. And then when your politician retires, they go and work for a bank
Yeah.
or, non-bank finance. And so you get this, that's where the
Objection,
corruption
Your
comes
Honor.
from.
Totally
And
agree.
it comes out of, fundamentally, again, if the government's actually understood how banks create money, then they would not necessarily be as beholden to the banks as they are now.
Hard disagree here. Corruption is not a product of technocratic ignorance, and technocratic knowledge is not a cure for the incentive structure of the U.S. political economy. Politicians are not funded by bankers. Bankers are but one conduit for billionaire patronage. We call this dark money in the United States, and dark money itself is a shorthand for a political apparatus that is 3.5 times the size of the GOP, benefiting from unlimited political funding. The same money plays a defining role in the Democratic Party. The persistence of the neoclassical school arises from its futility in austerity. The intent of billionaires, starting in the 70s, they undertook this project to destroy the middle class. It was an intentional project. They came to this idea in the 70s that a middle class that had the time and resources to engage in their own political system, they claimed it was a threat to civilization. Great justification, right? But they've largely succeeded. The vanguards of this project were Ronald Reagan and Maggie Thatcher, and they were very successful at knocking large holes into the democratic institutions of both nations, which allowed wealth to consolidate economic and political power into their own hands, to seize the means of government. In the U.S., they succeeded with the Republican Party, which is now a wholly owned subsidiary of U.S. plutocracy, and most successfully so at the state level. And the project had always been to dismantle the republic brick by brick, state by state, and rule on its ashes. So, to pursue that project to completion by, solving dysfunction, by minimizing the federal government.
My view is if we reduce the size of the federal government and gave that power to the states, then the banks would have no incentive to try to lobby politicians because the politicians don't have any power. That's kind of the approach that I take there.
Yeah, look, we're going to have an argument over that one at some point because
this is not only wrong on a monetary level, it's particularly self-destructive if you want to live in a democratic country that operates on market principles. An aristocracy is mainly concerned with extracting maximum rents from their financial and economic estates, little else. If you think that's not really a big issue, I would recommend reading some history. Tsarist Russia, French history, most of European history before the advent of representative democracies. Even afterwards, it was a little bit of a struggle. But if you want to recapitulate all that history, be my guest. I will hopefully find some place to go and hide for the remainder of my own life. Thank you.